Hello and welcome to this video playing FC in the 2510 pool here on the ICC. I don't have a particular opening idea. I think I'm going for a Benoni here. Something else. Yeah, let's play the modern Benoni. I think I have absolutely never played the Benoni in this kind of move order in tournament chess, allowing F4 lines. But I've played the Benoni occasionally when the knight was on F3 already, or against an early G3 system, where it is considered to be a little bit more solid, let's say, and playable without such precise knowledge. So d6. Yeah, the next two moves are very crucial. White decides what setup to go for. He can play e4, f4, e4 and f3, and various setups based on a knight f3, the knight f3 formation. Okay, here I'm going with a6, hoping for a4, so that I get in bishop g4. It's usually viewed as an accomplishment if the black bishop from c8 is getting traded. There is one very sharp move now, queen to e2. Okay, he didn't go for that. Okay, there are two possibilities. I can now, I think I'll take immediately. Black can also try to wait for white to play h3, but I rather take immediately and make sure that I trade the bishop against the knight. Bishop f4 is maybe a move, preventing preventing an early knight d7. Okay, I think knight b2 d7 is good anyway, so of course bishop g5 cannot be a bad move. It's just not something that I had expected. Okay, I think castles. Modern Benoni is an opening where you really absolutely castle short all the time. I mean, both sides. It's simply, there's almost no scenario imaginable where one side would want to castle long. Okay, if I play h6 now, he has to retreat the bishop to e3, f4 or something. Okay, I'll start with this move. It fits into the general setup and it allows a knight e5 move in all cases. I was thinking h6, bishop f4. Okay, if I go h6 now, where is he going? To e3, I guess. I was thinking that then knight e5 could be interesting for a possible knight c4. There's also queen a5, queen b4. Whenever the bishop moves early in the Benoni setup, it's tempting to go for for queen sorties to make some pressure on the queen side. Yeah, this kind of position is definitely okay for black. If you get to trade that c8 bishop against the knight in the classical system, you're normally in decent shape, at least decent shape. Okay, he goes back. That's probably a good idea. Queen b4 now looks decidedly unsound. Still, I wonder if I should go knight e5. I mean, knight e5. Yeah. I mean, knight b5 is just, well, leads nowhere. I go back to d8 and he has to go back to c3. Ah, okay. I was thinking that knight c4 now should be pretty good. Okay. It looks tricky. b2. b2 is attacked, and in general, that's a pretty strong knight. Yeah, I wonder if knight g4 is good, threatening knight e3 and bishop d4. I mean, he doesn't have any meaningful knight discoveries. It just looks good. What can you do? Knight e3 and bishop d4 are now in this. By the way, currently I'm the highest rated 2510 player with an active account. They had one person with 2100 something that I had played in earlier games, but he got banned for cheating. It's really amazing how many people cheat on those chess platforms. What is the purpose? Okay, so here I can check first. Yeah, I think I can check first.
Check.
Looks like I'm winning an exchange. Take here and I have knight f2 coming up. Yeah, maybe at the end he's got knight c4. Posing technical problems. But anyway, I had to take on d2 here. There was no... I mean, there was nothing to think about. Okay, so I'm going to take the queen now and then win the exchange. Knight f2, he has to take the exchange. Knight c4, I mean, okay, I go rook d8 and cover. It's still some technical. You have to still win this position. So I mean, b5 is not a bad move, by the way.
Check.
Right, okay. I think I'll take the exchange. He takes quite a long time for very clear and forced moves, but it's not, I mean, this is not a computer, obviously. He just takes his time. Sometimes a long time. Long time spent on obvious moves indicates engine abuse, but it's clearly not the case here. He's just an exchange down here. Even though as I said, it's not like completely simple to win. If he goes a5, I mean, he has to play a5. No, he didn't do it. I think this is a mistake. Okay, that's an interesting move still. It's not completely rubbish or anything, but I think b5 was far more critical. I have bishop d4 next, I guess. Or directly b5. b5, knight d6, knight takes e5. Yeah. I think he should have played a5 and freeze the queen side. Of course, this is still something that he will continue. Knight d6, rook e5, knight b5. You can play this position, of course, and try to hang on. Yeah, knight d6 is the only move that I think puts up some kind of resistance. Knight b5. So after that I could trade rooks, but rook b8 looks better, I guess. Okay, knight d6, rook b2, knight c4. Kind of embarrassing. It's a full exchange, though. Yeah, what's the best way, technically? I can trade this rook. If I trade the rook and then build bishop over like to e5, king on e7, and then I get to maneuver the rook. Yeah, it should win, huh? It should win. Okay, but let's check rook b8 again quickly. Knight a3. No, it doesn't feel right. Okay, check. So I'm trading one rook. Yeah, I'd like to get the bishop back. Okay, so that's a very direct way to do it. I mean, okay, d7. Okay, I might get in d7. My bishop is not ideally placed here. I would like to get it to e5, but this is taking ages. Still going to do it. So back here. d7, king e7, king e7 should still be winning. there is no way that, well, here, if he wants to promote, he has to put the bishop, the knight on c6, and I don't think he's able to do that, while at the same time keeping the pawn protected. Better prevent any king e4. Yeah, that's a very quickly played game for 25-10. But most of the time I felt my moves were pretty clear. Yeah, this is the thing, but I get to play rook d7, I think, next. I can also go back. This is not bad. And then sacrifice, or just sacrifice immediately. I see going knight c8. That looks really crazy. But maybe. Nah, it's not good. That's good. It's not good. He's going there. Funny. Sorry. I got a slight cold, and after a day of work my voice is kind of deteriorating. Okay. Yeah, bishop c6 back, I guess. I don't see an alternative here. Okay, so let's get this majority going. Ideal. Okay, I go. So what is the quickest way to do this here? Yeah, g4 and then f4, I guess. My rook is stopping that pawn pretty reliably. Yeah, 2 pawns, it's a bit much. Yeah, not sure about my technical play here, but it was probably enough and sufficient to win.
Check.
Yeah, this is going to promote. G3, G2, unavoidable. Let's check. Is there quicker? No.
Check.
It should be the quickest.
White resigns.
Okay, so let's have a look here. It was a good opening position out of the Benoni. I think up to here it was all very standard. I'm not sure about this maneuver. This is helping white, that fianchetto. I mean, that all looks kind of normal. Knight e5 and f4. I don't think f4 is right here. He should take some kind of precaution, anticipating knight c4, queen e2, or I don't know, queen e2, yeah, or b3, yeah, something like that. Somehow acknowledging that this move is coming. This is simply ignored it, and this is already tricky. b2 is hanging, and I mean, even taking on d2 is strategically quite desirable for me. The engine gives bishop c1 here. That's no surprise. I think this is what he should do. And here, this is already very dangerous. Okay, yeah, the engine just says knight g4, black wins. Yeah, no big surprise there.
Check.
This. Yeah, so I mean, there are a couple of alternatives, by the way. The computer wants to do this. It's quite interesting. It's also pretty strong.
Check.
And now something like this. Yeah, that's also very, very good.
Check.
Okay, I get the check. Interesting is that this is also given as a good move by the engine. Full-scale invasion. Yeah, okay, this is really nice. This is falling. So queen b3 probably. And then back. Yeah, it's pretty awful. That center is falling apart. This is why I was a bit skeptical about bishop g2 and f4 and so on. It's often just yeah, too loosening in a way. Okay, this happened.
Check.
Yeah, and I think, I mean, I could have done better. Yeah, this is not, I mean, if he goes a5 now, this is not a simple technical task. No? Okay, I will put this bishop here, maybe f6, king f7. But how exactly do I win? It's not so clear how I win. I mean, I cannot move the b pawn. And probably I have to find some way to open up the rooks by means of f5 or g5 or something on the king side. He's got a pretty decently coordinated position, so this is not an easy win. And I think this helped a lot, actually. Yeah, just take the material.
Check.
And I think the rook trade was a simple way to do it. Maybe not the absolute best way, but a good way. Yeah, here I think I have good control over the position and can
Check.
advance the king side. He's not getting anywhere with the d pawn. And yeah, around here it gets absolutely impossible to defend. Yeah, and Modern Benoni is an interesting opening. One key point is really that I got in that early trade here. It's normally quite beneficial for black because that bishop on c8, as you can see by the pawn structure, it's not having a bright future. It's not doing anything on d7 ever. e6 is covered, f5 is covered, and g4, well, quite often white plays even h3, yeah. And the bishop is sitting on c8 the whole time. So it was nice that I got that in. One interesting move after bishop g4 is the move queen e2, threatening or intending a very quick e5. It's surprisingly interesting, that move. It's I'm not quite sure what black is playing there. I think you can take f3, but then g takes, I think. Pretty unclear stuff. Okay, I hope you enjoyed the game. Thanks for watching.